Hey everybody! Today we're going to be making a knife sheath with a small Tek-Lok. And this is going to be for the boot shark. Now, if you haven't had a chance to make the boot shark yet, that's okay. You can just check out the video right here and learn how to make the boot shark. And then come back and watch this video and learn how to make a sheath for it. So join us as we make a sheath for the boot shark. Alright, so first we're going to determine what size piece of plastic that we need here. So we're going to lay the knife down on the front of the Raptor, give us a little bit at one side, roll it over, give us a little bit on the other side. It's always safer to give yourself more than what you need rather than cutting it too small and getting a little bit less. As you can see, this is HOLSTEX Raptor, and so the primary texture is the Raptor side, so that is the side where you're going to mark and score. You don't want to do it on the hair cell side on this one because that's the back. All right, let's make our other score. And again, you don't absolutely have to use a square, but it does make it, for neater cuts, much easier to score, especially if you end up not scoring deep enough and you have to go back a second time. All right, now we're just going to put tape on our blade. And we do this because this is not, since there's no trigger guard, right, like there is on a holster, we don't have that full retention. So we're basically just using pressure. So it's like a friction basically holding the knife into the sheath. So what we're doing is we're adding a couple of pieces of blue tape to each side to give a little bit of space there so that you can actually get it in and out. When you're doing these, if you find that 2 pieces isn't enough, then that's fine. Just add a 3rd piece when you do yours. It's all a matter of just how tight you want that fit to be. Now we're just going to trim off around the edges because what we do want is nice smooth tape on there. We don't want ridges or lumps or air pockets or anything like that. And we're going to heat our HOLSTEX. Now one thing to be aware of is that HOLSTEX we're not going to heat quite as hot. Usually around 320 is hot enough. If you go a little bit over that, you're going to be okay. But because of the way HOLSTEX is made, you don't want to get a lot hotter because you will actually cook the surface texture out of it. So 320 is pretty much as high as you want to go. Put it in our press here. Make sure it's in there nice and tight. And then push down and wait for it to cool. It might take 5-6 minutes. It's not going to take long. So the knife sheath that we're making today, we're using London Tan Raptor, which is one of the versions of HOLSTEX, a thermoforming plastic. HOLSTEX also comes in other patterns and colors. For example, we have carbon fiber tactical, which is carbon fiber on the primary side, and it is a hair cell on the back side. We also offer carbon fiber smooth in some colors, where it's carbon fiber on the front and smooth on the back. And lastly, we order Mirage and Ghost, which are a semi-clear and a clear HOLSTEX. So check them out on the website. You can find them right here. Alright, so we want to make sure that we give plenty of room for our Tek-Lok. Now one cool thing about this small Tek-Lok is once we mark our holes, all 9 of those holes are evenly spaced. So you could then carry your blade vertically or horizontally depending on how you want to carry it. And then we're just going to use our same Tek-Lok to set the distance on our other holes. We're just going to go to our bandsaw here and take off a little bit of this excess plastic. Remember, you still want to make sure that you leave enough there that you got plenty of room to put your eyelets in and roll them. If you cut it too close, when you go to roll your eyelets, you'll see that the eyelets stick over the side. You don't want that to happen. So again, a little bit more is better than a little bit less, because even when we get to our sander, when we go to sand this, it will be very quick to sand this plastic down. Right, now we're going to use our Kydex drill bit. If you've got a drill press, it does make this easier, but even if you don't, you can use a regular drill and just go straight down with it. If you use our Kydex drill bit, you'll find that it will not hop around at all on that plastic. All right, and we're going to roll our eyelets. Remember, you want the finished side to the outside. So as you can see here, we are putting our sheath up on that top die and then bringing it down. That is one way to do it. If you prefer, you can just put all 4 eyelets in to your HOLSTEX and then just set them on that bottom die and roll them like that. The important thing is just to remember you want your pre-finished roll, so that's the roll that's actually touching the bottom die, to be on the outside of your sheath. Now we're just going to go to our sander grinder here, and you can see it takes that plastic away really quick, so don't push down super hard. You don't even need a super coarse sandpaper here, so you just want to go nice and easy to get it the way that you want it. We kind of round ours a little bit. Some people like a more angular look. That's fine as well. The big thing is to remember, don't push too hard, because it will take you a split second and you will have ground down your sheath too far and have to start over. And then we're just going to polish it. Just attach our small Tek-Lok here. And again, you can do this horizontally or vertically, it's up to you. And just screw these in snug. We do recommend that you use some Vibratite when you get your final fit. Get everything where you want it. That'll keep these screws from backing out. Otherwise, over time, they will back out. And then just make sure that your knife fits in there nice and snug. Well, that was pretty simple. Fold over sheath for the boot shark. Nothing to it. Again, if you didn't get a chance to build the boot shark yet, just click the link here, take you right to it. One cool thing about that small Tek-Lok is you can use that to turn it and to carry that sheath either horizontally or vertically. Hey, if you like this, be sure and subscribe to our channel here. And if you want all the parts that you need to make it, click the link right here, take you right to it. Thanks again for stopping by, and we'll see you soon.